Welcome back to my channel, my friends. Aparna Chandran here, and I am back with another video relating to basketball. And today it's one of the most important attributes in basketball there is, and that's your vertical jump power. Actually, I need to tell you a story. Last week, I was so proud of my achievement, like super happy because I saw progress. And I don't know if this seems like bragging, but I'm going to show you anyways. I'm going to tell you anyways. So I was filming some content on the basketball court and we got a picture which I'm going to pop up here. And after looking at this picture, I realized that my jumping power, my vertical has increased, and I was so happy. I still am super happy because this is huge. Why? Because I'm like 165 centimeters tall, and compared to my other friends who play basketball and just in general, I'm a midget. That's very short, which means it's not easy for me to take rebounds. It's not easy for me to avoid tall players. So I really have to come up with new ways, think of new ways to try and figure out how to move, how to defend, how to rebound, and probably work even twice as hard sometimes. Which is why I thought, why not give you a video where you can help yourself improve your vertical jump out, because your height, my height, is not within our control, it's genetics, but we can upskill. We can do something about something that is in our control. We can do something about something that is in our control. Wow, I am so glad that I didn't mess that up. But that is why in today's video, I will be giving you a few exercises, both strength training and power training, which can help you improve your vertical jump power, especially if you play basketball or any other sport that does require you to jump a lot, and hopefully it helps you out. So do not forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for a lot more new videos coming your way. So it will notify you. It also helps me reach a lot more people, which I really appreciate. But let's get into this video. I'm super excited and let's do this. Alright, let's get started. Before we get started, I am going to apologize to you in advance because it's extremely humid here and I'm probably going to start sweating. You're probably going to see it on the video, but I cannot control it. So just apologies for that. But let's get going. The first exercise. Alright, I'm going to grab a dumbbell here. You can, of course, if you're not used to working out, you can just start with body weight exercises, but the dumbbell is an added advantage, of course, and we're going to do the most basic exercise there is, and that's a goblet squat. So in a goblet squat, you're going to hold the dumbbell here in front of your chest, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to stand here. Now, if you have been working out for a while, you know what a goblet squat is. So we want to make sure that we have only this hip hinge movement first. We're going to sit back onto those glutes, okay? Hip level, sit down completely, try not to bend forward. We're going to sit here and then stand up. So we're going to stay here, inhale down through the nose, exhale up through the mouth. Inhale down through the nose, exhale up through the mouth. Now the reason that this exercise really helps with your vertical is you're working on your glute power, number one. Second, it's a compound movement which also concentrates on your core, which is very, very important to help you build that strength to actually push yourself up. Now, when you do want to increase your vertical, you want to make sure that you have a lot of strength in your glutes, in your calves and ankles as well, around your ankles, as well as a lot of power. So you need to be able to draw power from your legs to propel yourself upward, which is why you need to build muscle as well. I will talk about one main factor at the end of the video, so stick on to it because that's very important. Not only your exercises, that's an important factor too. So you want to start with goblet squats, your first one. Feet shoulder width apart. Sitting down, inhale down, exhale up. Make sure that your squat form is right. Performing 10 reps of 3 sets will do you wonders. Now the second one is also going to be working on your glutes, but a little bit more isolated glute activation here and glute work. So we're going to start with some hip thrusts. So if you have a bench, if you're working out at a gym, then barbell hip thrusts, they work great. So if you're working out at home, you can have a bench, a chair. Just make sure you have some cushioning for your back. You're going to place a dumbbell here. Alright, feet again shoulder width apart, enough distance so that you can make sure that you're really working on those glutes. Didn't think this through, should have grabbed the dumbbell first. So if you're using a dumbbell on your pelvis, you're going to go down all the way. And then with enough power, with enough force, propel upward. So inhale down, propel upward. So again, you can do a barbell hip thrust if you want, but I want that explosive movement upward so that you're really building that power in the glutes and practicing that explosiveness. Now, if a hip thrust is too hard for you, you can start with a glute bridge on the floor. So you don't need a bench. You don't need a bench. I'm a mess today. You don't need a bench. Option to use a dumbbell. If you want to, you're going to be here. Feet shoulder width apart, as close to the body as possible. You're going to lift up. Slowly lower down. Tap. Don't rest it on the ground. Power up there. So this is a modification that you can use. Now the next one is for your core. Improving your core stability and your strength. And what's the most basic exercise for that? That's your plank. Yes, that's right. A plank is going to be really helpful for you to build that core strength in order to improve your vertical. So from here, you're going to step back into a plank and of course on your forearms. So you can start off down here on your forearms, step back into a plank. Again, feet shoulder width apart. Make sure your elbows directly below your shoulders. You're going to squeeze those glutes, straighten the knees. Try not to fall in here. Push the ground away, push forward, crunch in that core. We don't want to see this, we don't want to see this. Enough to crunch in that core, no tilting, no anterior pelvic tilt. Don't want to see this, don't want to see this. Enough, engage that core. Now for a more advanced version, you can put a weight on your back. I wouldn't suggest a dumbbell. I don't have a weighted plate, but putting a weighted plate on your back is going to increase the challenge. So you might want to do anywhere between 30 seconds to 60 seconds, one set, and then repeat for 3 times. Of course, you can always increase the timing that you do it for, but just make sure that you're doing it with proper form. Now, we're actually going to work on those jumps. So we're going to start with some jumps here. Beginners, I will show you modifications, but the most basic exercise we're looking at is jump squats. So you want to start from a squat position. Ignore the box for now. That's an advanced movement that I want to show you. But again, make sure feet shoulder width apart. I have mine a little bit further apart because I have really long legs. So feet shoulder width apart. You're going to start in a squat position. Remember, hip hinge, glute goes back, tuck in that core. From here, jump up, jump squats. So every time you jump, I want you to feel like you're pushing yourself up as much as you can. Draw that power from that leg, jump and jump, alright? This you can do about 10 to 15 reps for 3 sets. A more advanced version would be to progress to seated explosive squats, alright? So here, you're not going to focus on how fast you can get the movement in or how many reps you do. It's about how you do each rep. So you want to focus on that power. So sitting here, and you're going to use your glutes, your legs, of course, your calves as well. Plant your feet firmly on the ground at shoulder width apart. You're here, ready yourself. Take a nice big deep inhale. Alright, and explosive jump up. Make sure that you land in a squat. I'm going to show it to you again. Up, land in that squat. So every single time I want you to try your best to push yourself upward. Now this can be a little bit challenging, so I want you to start with beginners. This is your regression. You can start in a squat, no need to jump, but just explosive movement coming up on those toes. Inhale down, explosive movement coming up on those toes. This is something you can start with before moving on to jumping. So remember, 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets. Alright, next one is a more advanced move. Now I am going to tell you that my head might go out of the frame. I also have done this exercise in my plyometrics video for basketball, which if you haven't checked out, you should. I'm going to put the link below in the description box. But this is a great way to increase your vertical as well as lower body strength and power. It's a great plyometrics exercise, alright? So I'm going to show it to you once. We're going to do elevated hops, elevated step up hops rather. Whew, it's been a while since I did this, alright? So you're just going to keep one leg on the bench, on the stool, on the box, whatever you're using. And from here, so we want that switch on the hop there. We're going to hop, hop, hop. So every time you're pushing with a single leg, which means you're increasing your single leg power, also increasing that jump power, right? So you're going to go if you speed it up. Now, a modification would of course be climbing up with one leg, switching legs, climbing down with the other leg, but make sure that you're using one leg alone. So this I would say 30 seconds, 3 sets, but really make sure you're focusing on improving that single leg strength and that vertical as well. And the last exercise, we're at exercise number 6, guys. Last one to go. This is a challenging one. It's a more advanced version. Beginners, you might have to work your way up towards this one, but this is great. I love this exercise. I also hate this exercise because it's really taxing, but if you do it properly, it works wonders for your performance. And that's your tuck jump, all right? Tuck jump. Normal jumps, we just do this, right? Always skipping. Tuck jump, we're gonna get the knee up to the chest. So, if you want, you can even start with a little bit of a hop before you tuck it in, all right? So, I'm just gonna show you. So, this helps improve your power. It's plyometrics. It helps improve your jump. It's lower body strength training. So, showing it to you again in this angle. There we go. That's tuck jumps for you. 10 reps is good enough to start off with, but make sure knee comes all the way up to the chest. You're landing on your toes, so your calf is going to work and you're improving that leg strength as well. Whew, that took a little bit out of me, but that's all my exercises, guys. So we have, to summarize, goblet squats, we have our hip thrusts, we have a plank, weighted plank, jump squats, elevated step up hops and tuck jumps. So those are your 6 exercises and these are my top to improve your vertical jumping power. Of course, there are so many more that you can do. I will be coming up with more videos about that, but for now, this is it. This is all I have to say. And if you are a basketball player or you play any other sport which requires a lot of jumping, like, football, Ronaldo, his vertical is just insane. But if you want to progress your jump, and if you are also short like me, because I remember someone had asked me a question saying that, they're pretty short and they would like to know if they can increase their height. Unfortunately, you can't. It's genetics. You can only do so much in order to help that growth, but you will still grow only depending on genetics, right? But there are so many things we can do to upskill ourselves to overcome that, right? So learning new skills, learning new moves, being smart about the plays, sometimes working harder, and this is one of those ways. So if you can improve your vertical, your height doesn't matter. Imagine someone's here and you jump till here, really no big difference, right? Of course, till here is kind of like pushing it, but you know what I mean. So I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, do not forget to smash that thumbs up button. Do not forget to hit that little bell at the bottom. Subscribe to my channel. You will get notified of new videos. It helps me out and it helps me reach a lot more people, which is what I want to do. And of course, if you're looking for other forms of strength training, just general fitness, a little bit of conditioning, getting back your athleticism, being able to move freely in day-to-day life, getting back your mobility, then I have just the thing for you, because I have live training sessions going on my channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can check it out. All the details are on my channel. It's there on my Instagram. You can go check out the details. You can let me know if you have any questions, if you have suggestions, and I'll be happy to help you out. So I'm putting all of these details in the description box below. Don't forget to read it, check it out, and let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Signing off. Bye.